Hi, Rob Romsberg here, and I'm very excited to introduce to you some things that have been going on here with Gradient that have been very exciting. First of all, it's a way to make your office so much more efficient than you already have it running right now. So, what are we taking a look at here today? We're discussing the e-application process. This is a process that doesn't look like you've been able to take advantage of yet. I'm going to walk you through some of the reasons why it's very important. As far as efficiency is concerned, what we have found is that the advisors that are using this are saving hours upon hours per week of office administration. So, what would you do with that time? Golf more, spend more time with your family, market more, prospect more. Overall, what we have found from our advisors is that not only does it make their office run so much more smoothly, but more importantly, it's made their office staff much happier. So let's just take a look at some of the statistics, okay? So first of all, filling out a paper application takes on average about an hour and a half, so 90 minutes to fill that out. Let's say you filled it out correctly, that's 90 minutes. But guess what happens? We miss the date of birth, we miss the social security number, we check the wrong box. Oh my gosh, the company changed the forms again. 7 times this week they've changed the forms. I missed this form, printed out the wrong application, on and on and on and on. So that hour and a half is if everything is correct. E-application process, 15 minutes. 15 minutes to fill out an application. Guess what? No more out-of-date forms. No more I forgot the date of birth. No more I forgot the social security number. Goes directly to the company. And even better, through our virtual advisor process, the application starts to complete at the very initial contact of the prospect. So let's say the prospect had responded to the color of money report, okay? And they had completed the color of money and they had found out their financial risk tolerance score. At this point in time, their name, their phone number, their email address is uploaded into Virtual Advisor. That basic information is automatically going into the application process. We now have appointment number 1. We find out some additional information from them, their assets, their net worth, things along those lines. We upload that into Virtual Advisor. Guess what? That continues to fill out the application. It provides additional information to the application process. Wait a minute. Application, how does it know which company I'm going to go with? We haven't even got to that point. That's the beautiful thing about it. We don't even know which company we're going with yet. It is filling out the needed information for 99% of the companies that we deal with. So no matter which product we choose, it's required information. So by the time we get to the closing appointment, all that we do is pull up the company and the product in the drop-down box. Once we've done that, over 85% of the application is already completed. We are now at a point in time to where all we need to do is complete signatures. We can send that by email. They can do it on the iPad. They can do it with their finger. They can type in their signature. So much more convenient. I wanted to share a quick story with you as well while we were at the Gradient Gala here a couple weeks ago. We had one of our advisors there, and that advisor had received an email from a client that they'd met several weeks previous saying, hey, we're ready to move forward. But guess what? That client was getting ready to go out of town by the time the advisor got back to their home state. Luckily, this advisor was very familiar with the process within Virtual Advisor and said, fantastic, I'm going to email you the application. Emailed the application, the client received it, signed it, sent it back, overnighted the check to the company. At that point in time, this advisor was still in California with us. By the time that they got back to their office from California with us, the policy had already been issued. They were paid the very next week. The advisor sent us an email saying, if this would have been the old me, I would have had to wait until I come back to the office, wait for the client to come back from vacation, hopefully get them in within the next 2 weeks, fill out the paper application, mail it, wait 5 to 6 days for the company to receive it. Now we start the underwriting process. We are 2 months in. In this scenario, the new me Came back to the office, the policy was already issued, and I was paid within the next week. This is a beautiful thing. What are some of the other statistics? So let's see here. So take a look at applications in good order. What we're finding out is with the paper application, about 36% of applications received are in good order. 36%. Only 36% are in good order. With the EAP, 92% are in good order. Guess what that means? You get paid quicker, and more importantly, your client gets their policy much, much faster. Next thing is suitability follow-up calls. We have seen about 20% of paper applications receive a suitability follow-up call. Because guess what? This is scribbled out, this is crossed out, this was reprinted. It gives an opportunity for suitability to say, wait a minute, what's going on here? I'm not really sure. Whereas with the EAP, it's less than 10%. And then we take a look at licensing issues. We haven't even touched on that. Producer eligibility requirements. So we are seeing now more and more companies come out with product training, specific product licensing, things along those lines. How often have you submitted an application and I forgot to complete that training, or I forgot to provide that E&O, or whatever the case may be? We see that about 30% of the time. With the EAP process, less than 1% have issues with this. So, like I said, now is the time to take advantage of it. Don't delay. Take advantage of the EAP process. Get paid within 24 hours in some scenarios. Get your clients' policies issued within days as opposed to months. Let's move this thing forward. Rob Romsberg, and as always, thank you for what you do.